So anyway, this story gonna piss me off because he was suspended indefinitely from Georgia. But let's see what his his lawyer has to say. Rara Thomas released from jail. Georgia football player's lawyer speaks, and this is gonna be my rant because this is not nice. The first public comments from the lawyer of Rara Thomas after the Georgia Bulldogs football player was released from jail today. A response from the lawyer representing Georgia Bulldogs football player Rara Thomas after the wide receiver was released from jail. Georgia football player Rara Thomas was released from jail on Tuesday after posting bond totaling $3,500, and shortly afterwards, his lawyer spoke about the issue for the first time. I am pleased that bond could be set and Mr. Thomas was released while we fully investigate the case. Kim Stevens, Thomas's lawyer, said in a statement, "We expect this matter can be resolved swiftly and fairly once all the facts are known." Thomas was arrested early last Friday morning, so he was arrested the 26th on multiple family violence charges and was being held at the Athens Clark County, Georgia jail, according to public records. And I actually have that, but I didn't redact it, and it has his address on there, so I'm not going to show it. He did not get released from jail until Tuesday. When I checked on Monday, there was no bond posted. The senior wide receiver was charged with cruelty to children, family violence, a second-degree felony, and 2 misdemeanor counts of battery and family violence. He was jailed at 3:20 a.m. that night. Georgia suspended Thomas from the football team indefinitely, according to university policy, after an individual is charged with a felony. The arrest was Thomas's second time since joining the Bulldogs football program from Mississippi State in 2023. He was arrested by University of Georgia police in January of last year, accused of false imprisonment after he allegedly confined and detained a person without legal authority by standing in front of the dorm room door, blocking the exit and telling her she cannot leave, per ESPN. Thomas started 8 games for Georgia last season, catching 23 passes for 383 yards and 1 touchdown. He missed 3 games with a foot injury. So, speaking of that, nice, yeah. So last year, somebody also, the same person sent me this. So this is the case from last year, the dismissal. So this is what I got. Obviously not an authorized copy. State of Georgia versus Rodarius Jaquan Thomas. Defendant, battery and false imprisonment. Comes now their dismissal prior to indictment. Come now the state of Georgia, and through Deborah Gonzalez, DA, hereby dismisses the above referenced charges to prior to indictment for the following reasons. Defendant has successfully completed the Western Judicial Circuit's District Attorney's Pretrial Diversion Program, 7th of March, 2024. That's the only reason he was allowed to stay on the football team. It's because he completed this diversion program. And then that was 7th of March. So 4 months later, he no, he's actually a really good football player. And he was actually kind of one of my favorite people. Yeah. So and I also have the conditions of his bond from last year. Hi. So it has the name, but so I'm not going to read it because yeah. But this was the 23rd of January, 2023. So he had conditions of bond. He had this last year. It was dismissed this year. And and just over 4 months later, he messes up again. So when I get more information and more documents on this case, I'm going to do a deeper dive.